What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to No Life Metal. It's time for a rock metal update. That's right. It's time for a rock metal update. This is going to be an all 7-inch rock metal update. Got a little bit of everything in here. Some metal, some rock, some stuff that's not even hard rock. But let's just get right into it. Went on vacation not too long ago. Hit up some stores in Arizona and California. Grabbed this one in California for $3. This is Y&T. And this is All American Boy backed up with Go for the Throat. No surprise, I like the B-side better than the A-side, but they're both decent songs. Unfortunately, I was looking at this front cover. It's got all the guys pictured on here, and it's 1, 2, 3 of these guys have all passed. 2 of them within the last 2 years, and so yeah, we lost Leonard Hayes, Phil Kennemore, and Joey Alves. Dave McKenny is still alive, is still keeping Y&T alive, and still touring and putting out music. So, a very cool single from Y&T. Y&T singles don't show up too often. There's the back cover and the standard A&M Records center ring. Next up, this is a German band. This is a straight up heavy metal band. Been around for 20 years now or more. This is Gun Barrel, Back to Suicide. I think this is the only 7-inch single they have out, front and back. Yeah, basically remind me of Running Wild. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but bone white vinyl. It is 62 of 150 pressed. You can see handwritten on the center ring there. Cool pickup. I picked it up on the Facebook tape record and CD Asylum. If you haven't checked that out, it's a cool place to buy, sell, and trade records, tapes, and CDs. So I think I paid $7 for it, which is not a bad deal for this one. Especially, I'm pretty sure this is a German pressing as well. Made in the Czech Republic. Gun Barrel. Probably go ahead and throw a clip of that in right here. Fall back on! Steely sides! Ride the highway, feeling strong. Feel the power, life goes on. Out of the dark, into the light. Strong enough for another fight. He's got the wings and learn to fly. So you got a little Gun Barrel. Good stuff. I like them a lot. Another independent band. I picked this one up in California too. This one was probably the most I spent on any of these singles I'll be showing, but this is Desperate Angel. This is an independent release, and there's the front, you got the back. Those guys looking, let's see if I can get a good shot. There you go. Rather dapper right there, huh? Gotta love the two-tone hair. That's pretty popular in the 80s. And I must confess, I had a blonde streak down the side of my hair at one point in the 80s. Then you got the center ring, and basically this is kind of, I'd say lightweight metal, or pop metal, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. 2 songs. Desperate Angel is one of the songs, and then Kid Rocker. Definitely not, your thinking man's metal, but it's not bad. I mean, it's better than I expected it to be, actually. Based on the pictures, I was kind of expecting almost like a Poison style of, you know, pop in, and a little more guitar heavier than that. I think the song Kid Rocker is actually the better of the two songs. It's where Desperate Angel's a little more keyboard oriented, whereas Kid Rocker is just a pure heavy rock song. So Desperate Angel, what is just released? 1988, 1985. Desperate Angel Productions. This is a two-sided promotional single, Intense Records. I've told you guys before that I pick up anything on Intense Records. Picked this one up for a reason. One of the labels that I work with doing graphics is going to be releasing the Mortal stuff on vinyl coming up soon, so I wanted to grab this to include inside the artwork. But this is the single for Rift. Mortal were they weren't even a metal band, they were just more of an industrial band. They had some metal edge here and there, but just an industrial band. This is from their second album, which is a very good album. I like them a lot. B-side is a band called Poor Old Lou, kind of an 80s, early 90s alt rock band. Not a huge fan of the Poor Old Lou sound, but I do like Mortal quite a bit. I actually saw these guys at concert 25 years ago. Very good band if you like, you know, that industrial sound with guitars. So industrial rock, I don't know. Let's see, we got some. Let's see, we got any more metal in here? There's a lot of classic rock going on in here. All right, so let's pull out. This is probably the last couple of the metal ones, but this is one that came from my buddy in Norway, who I showed you his VCLT package in my last VCLT video where the postman nearly destroyed the package. Yeah, this one came in there, and I'll put a link to his channel below. Fantastic single that he sent for, you know, he just sent it as a gift. TNT singles do not show up in the United States very often. They were a Norwegian band, and I love their early stuff. Actually, I love most of their stuff, really. Even when they started getting into the kind of alt rock, they retained their sound. So very, very good stuff from them. Okay, this one too came from Jorgen in Norway. This is I don't know much about this band. This is Dan Reed Network, Stardate 1990, Rainbow's Child. And if you take a look at the way the band looks and the cover art, and to me, before even having heard this, I would have guessed kind of a funk rock metal combo thing, kind of like Living Colour, and I was actually right, because that's exactly what these guys sound like. Not that they're a Living Colour clone, but they kind of have that, you know, early 90s funk thing going on. This would have been 1990, the Dan Reed Network on the Silver Mercury label. Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane, is another one I picked up when I was out in California. $3 at Burger Records. You can see the sticker still on the plastic. I haven't even taken it off yet, but the Burger Records logo on there. Second time I've been to Burger Records, and I always manage to find something at that place. Cool picture sleeve single. Coming Home is on the B-side. There's the back of the single. Standard Mercury center ring. If you haven't heard Rock You Like a Hurricane, then you probably, I don't know where you've been. This song is everywhere. Another one. This one's cool. This one was a little more. This was a $5 pickup I picked up out in California as well, but this is Queen Sheer. It's Late, back with Sheer Heart Attack. I've actually never seen this single before, so I was surprised to find it there. Not a bad price for a Queen single, in good condition, and then it's the standard Electra red center ring. Great song. Probably I think the last great album from Queen until they started getting a little more experimenting with disco and other sounds. I just love their 70s stuff right up and through this album, which was what, 1978, 77. Queen, It's Late, Sheer Heart Attack. I usually pick up picture sleeves, but as you guys know, I'll pick up anything by Aerosmith or Ted Nugent or Thin Lizzy, a bunch of other bands. But this is Uncle Salty and Walk This Way. Picked this one up for $2. I think it was from that same store I picked up the Queen single from. So $2 ain't a bad price, and this is in stellar shape. Both the the Columbia sleeve and the vinyl itself. So just wanted to have my Aerosmith collection, and I do now. Another one I found in that same store. This is a picture sleeve single for Grand Funk, Some Kind of Woman. Love me some Grand Funk. I really like that song. I mean, I know it's one of the more overplayed songs by Grand Funk, but it is just a great song. There's the back of the picture sleeve. B-side on this is Wild. You see the red center ring. Grand Funk were huge back in the early 70s. I mean, just huge band, and it's odd they're not thought of in the same way anymore. You know, not of in the same sentence like when you think of like a band like Led Zeppelin or The Who or even Aerosmith and those kind of bands. But Grand Funk were just gigantic. I mean, they were selling out stadiums multiple nights in a row back then, and they were a big band and very good blues-based hard rock band. This is more of a poppy song, but it's a cool song. It was a big hit for them. This one came from Posse, my good friend Posse, and you can see the little note on the back that he hand wrote, but this is Ted Nugent's Cat Scratch Fever and 1,000 Knives. This is a 1977 Holland pressing. There's the back of the picture sleeve. Again, Nugent's one of those guys I just pick up anything from. This is on the Epic label. Standard Epic center ring. But these European singles definitely don't show up here in the US very often, and when they do, they're always stupid priced, so I was really happy that he sent that one. You might have seen, like in that last video I showed with the cracked, he's the guy who sent the very cool Kiss record that was busted in half. Thankfully, this Nugent single that he also sent did survive in good condition, so there you go. Not a total loss. Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, 1,000 Knives. Very cool picture sleeve single for this one. Let's see, I got 3 more. This I found in a 50-cent bin. Heart. I love Heart. I like their early 70s stuff. I thought it was more organic. This 80s stuff, you know, I actually do like it as well. It's not my favorite thing by them, but it's one of those things that my wife and I share a common like for. So it's the kind of thing I would bring on a road trip with her because she doesn't mind listening to this. And I don't mind listening to it either. So I'd much rather listen to this than the country music she usually listens to. And I'm sure she'd rather listen to this than the heavy metal and stuff I usually listen to. So there you go. But Heart from the Bad Animals album. This is Magic Man live on the B-side with Who Will You Run To. For 50 cents, I grabbed it. It's in great condition, and like I said, I do like Heart. So these last two are kind of prog guys, although these singles are more poppy than prog. This is a promo single for David Gilmour, Blue Lights. Great song. I really enjoy this song. I was actually surprised to find this for $2 at that same store I found that 50-cent Heart run from. It is a white label promo, same song on both sides. And here's the back. It says very clearly on there, demonstration, not for sale. But yeah, very cool single, promotional radio single for David Gilmour's Blue Light. Very Pink Floyd-ish, but very poppy. What was this, 1981? No, 84, a little later than I thought it was. And it kind of has that 80s sound to it. It's still good, but it kind of has a sound not unlike Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. It kind of has that vibe to it, you know, that where prog kind of went in the 80s. So I like the David Gilmour single. I also love Peter Gabriel. I'm shown lots of Peter Gabriel singles before. This is one that my buddy Bill Baffert picked up for me. Again, he picked it up rather cheap, I believe, under $1. But it's a picture sleeve single that I didn't have, so he snagged it for me. So that's it. So there you go. That's my 7-inch vinyl update. Let me know what you think of those singles. If you've actually ever heard of the Dan Reed Network, that's one I didn't really know at all. Let me know what you think of them or any of these singles. That's it. Thanks for watching. God bless. Stay strong.